literally shaking right now. What is going on? That is two of like some of Saskatchewan's rarest birds in a 24-hour period.
Hello you guys, and welcome back to another video. I have a very exciting video because in the past 48 hours I have found two extremely rare birds for Saskatchewan, and I found them in my own town of Stony Rapids. One of them was even right in my front yard. And so I'm gonna take you through this whole process as well as show you the videos and pictures and the ID of what these two super rare birds are, but you are not gonna want to miss this, so stay tuned. So this all started on October 15th. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and my husband ran into the house and said, hey, there's a yellow bird in the front yard. And so I started thinking yellow birds for this area, potentially a male evening grosbeak because we did have a female earlier this year. A goldfinch shouldn't be up here, but maybe it's that. I really had no idea what would be bright yellow, but I grabbed my camera because I figured it might be rare or a new bird for me and ran to the front yard. When I started taking pictures, I thought for sure that this was a western kingbird. I'm very familiar with western kingbirds growing up in the prairies, and I had no clue what one was doing all the way up north in Stony Rapids, but I figured that's what it was. I quickly checked with my more experienced birder friend, and she agreed that it was most likely going to be a western kingbird. And so I put the sighting up on eBird, attached a couple pictures, and then we were actually leaving to go on a moose hunt. So I was completely out of cell service for the rest of the day. And when I got back into service, I had so many messages from people saying, hey, I think this might actually be a more rare kingbird than the western kingbird. And then it was later confirmed by the Saskatchewan eBird reviewer that it is either a tropical kingbird or a Couch's kingbird. I believe I'm saying that right. Both of these kingbirds live in the Gulf Coast and South America. So what one is doing up here, I have absolutely no idea, but I'm going to show you the pictures. I did not get any video because once again, I didn't think it was anything that special, but that's where we left off on October 15th. So the thing about the tropical and Couch's kingbird is that they are so similar in their looks that aside from some very minute details, you actually cannot tell them apart other than their vocalization. So they're not the only birds that are like this. Willow and older flycatcher is another example. So with that being said, October 16th, as soon as the fog lifted, the sun came out and the air started warming up and the bugs started coming out, I decided to head back out to try to re-find the tropical Couch's kingbird and see if I could get it vocalizing so we could figure out exactly what the identification was. However, to my surprise, I ended up finding something even more rare than the tropical Couch's kingbird. And that's when I started pulling up my phone and recording my reactions live. And so I'm going to let the rest of the footage just play out as it happened that day, and then I'll see you guys at the end of the video for the closeout.
I don't even know what to say right now. I just had to turn on the camera because I was gonna do a video trying to come out and relocate the either tropical or Couch's kingbird. I can't even talk right now because it's like super rare, and I'm trying to get it calling so we can figure out which species. And I just found what I'm like 90% sure is a Vermilion flycatcher, which is also not at all supposed to be here. And it's just like in the middle of town. I saw the red, and I've seen a Vermilion flycatcher from like other people's videos in the States, but like, what is it doing here? Why is it here? And I got pictures of it. I got a really short video. I'm literally shaking right now. What is going on? That is two of like some of Saskatchewan's rarest birds in a 24-hour period. I don't even know what to do right now. I want to cry. This is so exciting. I have no idea what's happening, but I'm freaking out. Okay, well anyways, I just submitted the report on eBird. So I guess we'll see what else we find. All right, I stopped the house to upload the Vermilion picture right away, just so it was not just the back of the camera on the eBird report. And now I'm heading back out. So I'm still looking to see if I can relocate the other kingbird. I don't think it's super feasible that I'm going to. I have no idea. I'm assuming it just moved on yesterday. But I'm definitely going to try and relocate that Vermilion if I can again today and try to get better video of it. But I'm also going to check out our airport because we're in the forest, and so flycatchers tend to like grassier habitats, and that's where I found that Vermilion this morning. I went to the big school grass field, and that's where it was. And so the only other grass field I can think of is the airport because it's huge and there's no trees. So that's where we're gonna look next. Yeah, I'm starting to calm down a little bit, but I still don't completely believe what is happening. I don't know why I've seen 2 extremely rare birds in the last 24 hours, but I'm extremely grateful that I got to see the birds and also that I got them on camera for documentation purposes, because I am not what I would consider a super experienced birder, and I would not trust my ID just by seeing it. So the only way I'm able to confidently report on these is if I do have a picture. So we're gonna keep walking to the airport and see what else we see. So this is the first field that I thought of. It's got really high, tall grasses and then some willow vegetation, and then got all the thicker trees along the edge. So I'm just gonna walk this path because it will take me to the airport fence, which is the other place I figured birds might be perching. So I'm mostly just keeping an eye out and listening. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. The tropical kingbird is right there. Now I just have to figure out if it's gonna vocalize. In what seems too good to be true, I was walking home because I was like, oh, I haven't seen anything anywhere. I'll just go home and be done for the day. And the tropical kingbird was literally sitting across the street from my house. And so it's just flown down the road, so I'm keeping my distance but just kind of following along, because if we hear it vocalize, we can definitely tell the species. So keep fingers crossed that it actually calls.
What an exciting 24 hours. I am still partially in shock. I still can't believe that I found these 2 amazingly rare birds in my tiny, tiny little town of like 300 people way, way, way north in northern Saskatchewan. I don't know if I just lucked out or what brought them up here. There's a lot of talk right now in the birding community about, you know, is there potential displacement from hurricanes, weather events, and solar systems? Are they maybe just migrating around, and because this area is so remote, they haven't been recorded here? Although I don't think that's quite the case. I think they are still extremely rare for Canada. And so while I have no idea why these birds are up here, and likely never will, I'm extremely grateful to have the opportunity to both see these birds, both of which are obviously lifers for me, and also to photograph them in video and be able to share them with you guys as well. So I hope you enjoyed this birding adventure. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for all of my adventures in northern Saskatchewan. And we'll see you guys in the next one.